I got this collapsible Smith & Wesson Baton at Bass Pro for about 60 bucks. They also had a 12-inch version, which was only like $10 less expensive. I mean, I could see getting a 12-inch one if it was like super cheap and you just wanted to have like the whoa factor of whipping something out of your pocket and hoping it scares someone off. But 12 inches is even shorter than the last baton I had. I just don't see that being very effective if you actually had to use it. But it is cheaper, significantly cheaper than the Asp baton I had, the Asp Agent 40. But this thing is lacking a few things already, I can tell you. For one, it has nothing you can thread any sort of dummy cord through. Whenever I'm using a handheld tool, I like to have something I can put paracord or rope on so I can tie it off to my bag or tie it to my wrist so it never comes loose, you know, don't drop it. Of course, any sort of like up close and personal tool like this, if you drop it, there's a chance the other guy can pick it up. Which leads into my second complaint. It's got this holder that attaches to Molly, it laces through this securely enough, but it's got absolutely no retention for the baton itself. You put it in this, and if you like take a tumble, it will just slide right out. Not good. It's something I probably need to correct through like being innovative and adapting and overcoming by messing around with a bunch of cord until I can get it secure. But this thing is 21 inches, just about enough to take care of your mom. No. Let's see. Oh, I think this is the part that extends. This doesn't have any button or anything. The Asp Agent 40 had that button to retract it. This has no button, so it's just old-fashioned. Flick it open. You got the 21-inch alloy steel. Yeah, this thing, you know, for like a whacking stick, yeah, this is probably going to be a lot better than the Asp Agent 40. I mean, I would prefer not to just hit someone because I think putting them in some sort of hold or some sort of positional control is probably going to be more effective than just hitting them randomly. But as I mentioned in my previous videos about the Burner less lethal ammo and Pistol X68, like 99% of people are just not used to taking any pain and they're just going to instinctively run away or freeze. So, I mean, if you're dealing with like an actual street fighter or someone with any sort of training, yeah, just hitting them is probably going to be stupid. But, you know, I don't think there's a bunch of left-wing MMA people. I mean, it's barely people you can get to go and train for this sort of stuff when they talk a big game. I don't think the people who talk about being peaceful all the goddamn time are going to train for that. But to close it, you put it on a perpendicular surface and you know, just apply pressure. But yeah, the big thing is like this thing, just the length of it is going to be pretty scary. But it is it's much more difficult to make this retract than the Agent Asp baton was. You sort of need to put a lot of force to it. So let's go whack some stuff. Yeah. The instruction manual says don't use this unless you have use of force training. What use of force training do you need to hit people? I guess they'll say don't hit them in something that will really injure them. In which case I'm like, okay, I don't believe in, I mean, like less lethal is a non-lethal. To me, this is purely like a legal issue, right? Like if I shoot something with a real bullet, there can be collateral damage. Whereas if you use like non-lethal methods, you don't need to worry about collateral damage or a stray bullet getting someone. If you're in a group, the less lethal or non-lethal is going to, it will definitely reduce the risk of friendly fire, at least friendly fire that's going to be really, really mess up your day. If I was working with someone I didn't really have a lot of faith in, I'd definitely prefer them to use less lethal. But, you know, the idea that you want to use force but don't want to hurt someone, to me that's an oxymoron, okay? If you're going to use force, you want to do whatever is going to incapacitate them, in my opinion. Usually pain deterrence or pain compliance or whatever they call it, usually that's enough. But if it isn't enough, I don't care if you break a few bones. You know, it's no skin off my back. And if you're gonna use force, you're gonna go to jail anyway. The only difference it'd possibly make is how much you're spending on a lawyer. So, you know, to me, I don't worry about it. I plan for succeed at step 1. You put succeeding at step 1 before you care about step 2. If you can't succeed at step 1, step 2 doesn't matter. So let's go, boy. You want to talk that crap to me, boy? Oh yeah. I don't think you're gonna be saying anything now, boy. Now, ideally, you want to hit with like the edge or tip because that's, you know, leverage is going to say that's going to produce the most force. But I don't know. I mean, I think any sort of hit with this would be pretty effective. So yeah, this bad boy, if you want to hit stuff, go ahead, use this.